Hi everyone. So I'm going to quickly do a makeup date. I don't know how quick it's going to be. I hope it'll be quick because I feel like I need to go and get dinner started really soon. But basically, I have some ins and outs. So in my makeup dates, if you aren't familiar, I do recent into my collection, outs of my collections, changes to my collection because I am the impulsive panner and I will impulsively pan stuff or impulsively not pan stuff. I wish I could impulsively pan stuff. Impulsively franken stuff to make it easier for me to pan, or at least help me reach for it better. So I am going to talk through a few of those things. Let's first talk about the outs. I don't have that many, mainly two. It looks like I have two here. Okay. First is I'm already done with this Dr. Jart Ceramide. I really actually enjoy this. If it's on sale again when I go to the next cosmetic company store that I go to, or like it's also hear people call it like the cosmetic company outlet, the CCO. I might actually try to pick up another one of these. I can't justify full price, but this was honestly a really, really nice product. I think it continues to give me ideas about like what I'm looking for in a moisturizer. But yeah, this one was awesome. Still a little, actually have a little bit left because I got annoyed with this packaging. I often hate squeeze tube packaging by the end of it, but I stuck the rest of it into my swim bag, and we'll be using it after I swim. It's like a really good heavy duty moisturizer for that. Next thing here is yeah, impulsive panning hits again. I destroyed a palette. I recently brought in, I don't know if you've seen yet my Glambot haul, but this was a Stila face palette. It had a kind of like a setting powder, a highlight powder, and a contour powder. And I just couldn't stand it being in this packaging. I mean, this is really old school packaging. This is like old school Stila. I don't know how old this is. Probably quite a bit old, but yeah. So, but the good thing is that, oh, and I didn't bring it out, was that the pans that did come in here, the pans that came in here, fit into my one single standalone Stila compact here that I got years ago from a friend, and it was an eyeshadow in Oasis, and it's the exact same size. And so that was like a huge win because I've actually been thinking about getting like pans that size specifically so that I can like interchange stuff in this compact, because this is such like a slim sleek compact and I feel like this is great for travel. So despite this having a lip palette in here now, I feel like when I want to use those powders that came from that destroyed packaging, I can pop that in here, or if I press anything else into those pans, that would be huge. So that's a huge win, honestly, from that. So yes, I'm really, really happy about that. And also those pans fit perfectly into one of my palettes. And so I'm excited to show that palette to you guys one day. I think that might actually be definitely in my Pan Those palettes rotation next year. So I'm excited. All right, so the ins for this month is obviously my Glambot order, which I'm just gonna like flash a few things, but in front of you guys. But I think I'll just like kind of. Yeah, I would encourage you to look at my haul, because that was pretty exciting. I bought like $30. It cost me $30, but I got like 11 or 12 products out of it that I really enjoy. So I thought that was great value. Anyways, so some of these items are like surprise products. I did not choose them. So this is a surprise product with this huge brush. I don't quite know what to do with it. I'm not much of like a body makeup person, so we'll figure this out. Um, they surprised me with a YSL compact, which has two shades in here. And I don't know if I'll actually keep this, but I enjoy that olive shade quite a bit, that olive brown shade. So that came into my collection. The Smashbox Cover Shot palette. I chose this one. I love that effect there, and these are all shimmer shadows. But I use shimmer shadows the most, so that's why I chose this. They surprised me with the Becca highlighter in Opal. I think it's the cream highlighter, and I've been enjoying that a lot, especially for my underpainting. They also surprised me with this Cover FX primer, which I'll like use to, you know, just mix with stuff. I also was surprised by this Nude Sticks lip product. They're magnetic lip plush paints, and I figured out this is actually too bright for my lips, but I will actually probably be using this as a cream blush somehow. At least use part of it as a cream blush before retiring, because it does smell and taste kind of weird. So won't be keeping this around long. I have a few other products that I got in that haul, so definitely like check it out if you're interested or curious. I didn't bring all of them here. I think, where did I put that one? I got a lipstick that I'm actually wearing now, and I like literally put it on, and then now I can't find it. It is a Dolce& and Gabbana lipstick. Um, it's literally on my lips right now, but for some reason I can't find it in my in the things that are right in front of me. Eh, it happens, I guess. All right. Well, check out that haul if you want to see what that lipstick was like, but it's kind of this color. And today I threw it on because, well, one, I never do dark lips. But also I wanted to try out like the cranberry trend. So I did a little bit of more like pinkish cranberry vibe on my lids and then threw that lipstick on. So yeah, that lipstick, I'm I'm probably gonna franken that lipstick and then reuse the packaging for something that's more wearable for me. But regardless, I would say it's still a success in my book. So that is my thoughts on that. If I find it floating around, I will show you guys. But for now, I'm like, where did it go? I guess once I start cleaning up, I guess I'll figure it out. And then I also went by my little Japanese convenience store that's in my area, and I picked up a few things. I picked up this surgical tape was in the makeup section. So I was like, since I'm starting to want to try more like bold looks, and I definitely want to try like more like winged looks, eyeliner or like shadow liner type stuff, I thought that'd be cool. This was cool. I found, I mean, this is like right up my alley, right? Like I hate squeeze tubes, but ones with the lid on it, like I'm all for it. So this is 30 mils. There's 2 of these in here, and thought I would check that out. I'm also traveling soon, so I thought that was appropriate. Then I also got these shadow applicators, a little bit for myself, a little bit for my kid who also likes to pretend like she knows what she's doing with makeup. But yeah, so I bought that for us. So that is the ins that recently came in. My beauty bank is definitely suffering at this point. I definitely need to hustle both in my habits and my empties to kind of get myself back on track. But yeah, that was a big haul. Like I was genuinely surprised with how much stuff like I felt like I could potentially use from what Glambot surprised me with. And then a few other thoughts, actually changes in my collection first. I think this is probably the biggest one. Yeah, yeah. Is my concealer palette. I actually have, I think I just hit pan on this one today. You can't tell, but I think it's in there. Yeah. I don't think the lighting will show you guys, but you can tell there's like, yeah, just that little dot there. I would call that pan. This one had pan, and then these two actually hit pan on. These were actually considerably darker just a week ago, but I mixed these lighter shades with these darker shades, and now these are almost the same shade, like a tiny bit darker, but I feel like, you know, some are appropriate. But I already knew like when I got this palette, like that was what I would need to do in order to use these lighter colors up, because I knew that one of these two or a mix of these would be a good just like under eye face concealer. Too dark, too light. And so I was like, if it's too dark, if one's too dark, one's too light, might as well mix them together and make something that would actually work better. So I actually put up a short on YouTube as well as a reel on Instagram about how I mix these, and I feel like they came out just fine. So really, really happy about that, and we'll probably dig into those once like some spring, summer rolls around. But I'm really happy that I can like extend the life of this concealer palette, because I feel like it'd be, for a lot of people, would be like, just use the shades that work for you and then like toss the rest. But ranking, this is where it comes in. And then just another thought that I had was, now that we're in November, I have been looking at my collection and thinking like I've gotten a lot of new things this year, but there's definitely still a few items in my collection that I just haven't touched most of the year. Maybe in like January I did, but I think it's time for me to pull them back out and not forget about them. So I'm calling it like neglected November, or like don't forget December. Like that's my little punny thing for it. But the main thing that inspired it was my MAC Warm Soul blush. It's considerably light, I think, for my complexion, but once I pack it on, it's really nice. I have it on my cheeks today. But I feel like that is one of the products that I want to bring into my rotation for the next 2 months. Just make sure that I see myself using it. I don't think I'll see pan because it's just it's a baked item. Like it takes forever to see pan, especially a blush baked item. But it's something that I can at least keep working on. And that's kind of my main goal with my collection, is to get to a point where I will just be rotating through things pretty regularly and not be forgetting about anything. So I think that's my update for today. Those are kind of my thoughts for right now. I think my next makeup date, I will actually have traveled at that point. I plan on actually purchasing a few things, so you'll probably see a few new things. I have a few things that I think I'll be finishing up. At least I hope I'll be finishing up. And just I've had just such an influx of new items that I feel like finishing things up has been a lot slower, but making good progress, I think, still on a lot of things. So yeah, that's kind of my update for this time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.